Hi, welcome to Losing Weight with Elizabeth. Let's stop so quickly. No, just kidding. Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and today we're going to be talking about the 10 ways to get back on track. Now see that word up in the top right? Is that the top right? It is. That's diet. We're not on a diet. What are we on?
Editing.
Well, that too. Good. Don't diet, edit. Healthy lifestyle. And so when we start thinking that, instead of thinking that we're on some sort of, diet, we're going to lose weight, and we're going to lose it over, maybe it'll take us a little longer because, we're going to enjoy ourselves. I never think you should give up your favorite foods. I think you should just try to have a little less of them and maybe save them for the weekend. Try to save a few calories for the weekend. That's the way I did it. I lost 93 pounds. It took me 3 years. That's a little over a half a pound a week. Most people would go, oh, well, Elizabeth, I could never do that. Well, I did it, and I am stunned by it because I don't really have a lot of willpower or whatever it calls for. So I've been on not a bender, but not in the healthiest state for the last 3 months. Life sometimes takes you out of your zone, and I've been in the zone for 12 years. But I've been out of the zone for about 3 months. And so I thought maybe we need to start to recommit to, I thought you guys needed to start to recommit. Anytime we're ever doing a show, it's always about what's the problem with me. What's going on with me? Eating out, right? Exercise. Whatever's wrong with me is what you guys have to hear that week. So I think starting to recommit today, because, right now you have 3 fabulous months coming up for losing weight. Because what happens when May and June come?
Bathing suits?
Yeah, beside bathing suits. Speak up, though. I'm not sure. I want to hear when you
take your coat off.
You take your coat off, and you're not carrying around that extra 2 pounds that at least is helping you to lose maybe an ounce a week. Like you're carrying around weights on you. But what's the things that start in May, June?
More light so you can walk.
Well, that would be
longer.
really good. But other things that start happening.
Graduation.
There you go.
Showers, weddings.
Weddings, graduation, every single thing. What is it? Parties, picnics. And you forget the potato salad is like 3,000 calories for a half a cup. We just really forget. If you make your own potato salad, you can make it really pretty reasonably not fattening.
Right.
But generally, everything almost at a picnic is fattening. And pretty much at a wedding. At least when you go to an Italian wedding, please. I can't even imagine. It must be the same thing with, every single one of you. There must be some foods that, there's the Venetian table, there's everything. So we want to recommit today because by May, you could lose, say, 4 pounds, maybe 5 pounds, which would be so fabulous to have that off of you so that when these times do come, you'll be ready for it. Okay, so how about drink water like it's your job?
Yeah.
That I never really had a lot of trouble with that, but some people do have trouble with that. And so I want you to know that you can drink coffee, tea, you can drink those flavored
Zero?
Vitamin water.
Huh?
Vitamin water.
Yeah, that's the zero. Yeah.
As long as it's 0 calories.
Right. It's called zero vitamin water.
Yeah. Remember that one that just a couple of months ago I saw said diet water. I don't get it. I don't understand what's wrong with people that would actually buy that. I think they think that it's not that it's low in calories, but that it's going to help you lose weight. Well, regular water will help you lose weight. So, but you need to, does anybody have trouble getting in liquids?
No.
No, not if you count all my coffee. I don't have a problem.
No, I don't think so either.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, of course.
Depends on my day.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a day. There's always going to be something where you might slow down or you might not do as well as you think. But most days, if that's on your agenda, you're going to lose weight. I mean, you're going to get enough water in. Not you're going to lose weight just because you drink water, you know. But you think. How about planning and preparing your meals? Anybody having trouble with that? If we come across a subject that you're having trouble with, you should speak up so we can, all jump on top of you and tell you how wrong you're
I
doing.
always have trouble planning and preparing. Always.
Yeah. And you know what I'm thinking, Carol, and what would be probably the smartest thing you could do is what if you just went back to some of your old journals?
I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Yeah, go back to your own journal. You have a shopping list. You have a menu plan. You have everything you need in order for you to, not have to really think hard about it. And I mean, I know you're busy and lots of things are going on, but wouldn't it be easier to be organized in this particular area? That's the thing, is we have to be organized no matter what the problem is. No matter if it's, it's food, it's shopping addiction or drinking or whatever it is, you have to plan ahead for whatever comes your way. Don't you think that's really true? Yeah, plan ahead for what's going to slow you down. Not having food ready is going to slow me down. That is really going to do it to me. So I feel like, and now I have my new favorite, and I'm just going to mention it one more time since I hope you'll just go right to Costco and get it, is that salad, that kale salad. It's a chopped salad. It has millions of different things, cabbage, carrots. The Brussels sprouts are beyond belief how delicious they are, how crunchy and all that stuff. And they have chicken already made, and it's $5, and it's a 3-pound chicken. It's not like it's a small amount of food. It's a big amount of food. And then you have food for 3 days, and then you can make soup with whatever's left over of that chicken and that salad. Then go right into your, chicken soup, right into the pot.
All right.
I mean, I might put that in toward the end.
They also had carrots on sale for $3.99 for a 5-pound bag. I don't know. The bag was like this wide.
I can think. I had a friend who ate carrots like, I'm telling you, he was trying to lose weight, and he actually, the palms of his hands and
started turning.
Yes. Yeah. Listen, you know
carrots.
what? I don't care if it's carrots, celery. I don't care what it is. You can overdo anything.
Yeah, it's true.
You
Everything
can
in
really.
moderation.
I have a big problem. This is one of my big problems with clothes. I can overdo clothes because if I find something that I like and fits me, what do I do?
Buy it.
Buy every color they have.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even if it's not a color that is good for me, I'll still buy every color because I love it. It fits. It works. That's all there is to it. So, and then it just hangs in the closet. So the good deal I got is no longer a good deal, and that's true of food. Like one of the women says to me today, she didn't get enough calories in for 2 days. I'm looking at your faces. You're all going, she couldn't.
Poor thing.
It's that my
How do you do that? Look, why don't you sit up here and tell me how you did that? That's you, Sandy. I'm just going to shout out to you because I know you watch the show every week. But it's true. So she doesn't get enough calories, and I never can understand that because I have to fight to stay between 12 and 15 when I'm trying to lose weight. You know what I mean? And if you want to stay the same, you probably have to stay between everyone here between 19 and 22. That's a nice amount of calories to have every day. Wouldn't you be thrilled if you could lose weight and have 2,000 calories?
Thrilled.
Yeah, I would love that. It would be the ideal situation. But unfortunately, probably have had 2,000 calories easily every day in this last week of vacation. Okay, so but planning and preparing is so important because it's easier. When you come in from a long day of either work or whatever you're doing that day, and you come in and nothing's ready and nothing's prepared, and you have to start cutting and shopping and pulling out, you know, mixers or blenders or pots and pans. What's the really? That's no good. Would you have any one particular thing that you can quickly just say that it's a quick dinner? And mine is that salad and that chicken. So perfect.
I can give you a recipe so fast. You boil chicken breast.
Yeah, boiled chicken.
With garlic, onion, maybe some cilantro, salt. You just drain it, shred it, just to fry it in a little bit of olive oil.
Just a little bit of olive oil.
Just to don't get it sticky in
Right.
the pan. Just have it, onion, chop it. And just put 1 tablespoon of mustard on top.
Oh yes, I
and
love
pepper.
that.
And that's it. You have a yummy chicken there. And
the
you can
cutest thing I've
combine
ever-
it with
Yeah.
Making me.
salads. Yes.
What was
I know
that
my
about?
mouth is watering like
But
unbelievable.
it's easy.
It's
Doesn't have
easy.
too much calories on it, and it's just like that. In
That
15
mustard,
minutes,
though, is a real good, that's a very good idea, Monica, because when you put mustard in with even a pork, you cook it the same way you said, a little garlic, a little onions, a little tiny bit of olive oil. You cook that, and then you put the mustard in. It is really delicious, and mustard is just no calories to speak of. So that's a beautiful and very quick, but you have to have planned to have, you know, the chicken thawed out, which is sometimes you come home and you don't even have anything thawed out. So, but that's a really good idea right there. And then, you know, any steam in a bag vegetable, the steam in the bag, the broccoli florets, not the whole broccoli things, whatever those are. They're just stalks. So, you know, but the broccoli florets, aren't they delicious?
Yeah, they are.
Broccoli is
I like
so
broccoli.
delicious. I know most people go, oh, right, broccoli, not cheesecake. But it really is a really good, I love broccoli, and there's so many things you could do with it. Anybody else have one? Quick.
I have, I do stir fry veggies, and I usually put like Italian seasoning on it, and I usually do.
Now, you already have them
artichokes.
already cut up?
Yeah, well, with the artichokes in a can, I just cut them in half,
Yeah, that's an easy one.
and then I take onion and garlic and throw them in a frying pan and put the Pam in it. And
Yeah, you
just-
can do it that way.
Yeah,
Sure.
and then I take like egg noodles and boil them up, and just little chicken noodle soup for a gravy like.
Yeah, it's not too difficult to make, and
And
you're getting
that's
all the
my fast
vegetables.
meal.
Then that's your fast meal. Do you have one?
I agree with her. I like stir fry.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
stir fried. In order,
I don't use meat. I don't put any meat in it. I just
but if you could, what would probably be good is to use some spinach.
leftover chicken.
Yeah, leftover chicken, or but you need some protein in that particular meal, because if you have that at 6 o'clock, what happens at 7:30?
Starving again.
You're hungry again.
Yeah.
So that's why you need a little protein.
Protein.
But if you use spinach, it's 50% protein, so that might help you. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
I think a little chicken or
Sometimes I do put in
Or
spinach.
you
Yeah.
can use
Yeah.
hemp seeds.
Hemp seeds.
Yeah.
Really?
Just put it on top, and you have the protein there.
Oh,
Those are delicious.
that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Brooke, are we coming to your house after this meeting is over? Okay, here's the one that a lot of people will do. They'll have an unhealthy day. So what do they do the next day?
Starve themselves.
Starve themselves.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't do that.
No.
I don't either.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I try to get back on track, though.
You just try to get back on track, because see what happens if one bad day of not, which I was trying to explain this morning, one bad day of not eating enough calories, I wish that was all of our problems,
Yeah.
but that isn't. But one bad day of not eating all of your calories isn't going to, ruin you. It's like like you were saying, but I lost weight this week, but I had an unhealthy weekend. Well, you lost weight.
But I got back on track.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that's the
exact
Which
important
was
thing.
my goal.
Yeah.
right. It was your goal to get back on track, and that's editing your diet. You know, your healthy lifestyle. It's editing it. I know I'm going to this special restaurant. I know I like this particular food. I'm going to have to work my way. You know, I'm going to have to work around that. Remind yourself how far you've come. Now, you know what? A lot of people say, well, I haven't lost that much weight. And, oh my goodness, don't you think your eating habits have changed radically?
Oh, yeah.
And don't you feel better just making that happen?
Yeah.
Right? When you eat unhealthy, how do you feel?
Run down.
Awful.
Run down. So true. Run down.
Tired and fatigued.
Lethargic.
And,
Yes.
and distressed.
Yeah.
Right? And what's the other thing in your head going? Bad girl.
Yeah, you're beating
no
yourself
good.
up
You beat
mentally.
yourself up.
You beat yourself up, and honestly, that's the worst thing you could do. If you know what, you wouldn't let anyone talk to you like you talk to yourself.
True.
So you have to start having some sort of mantra that you can get that right out of your head. Anything that you can think of to make you stop being mean to yourself. Just stop being mean to yourself. People do it all the time. But I am now starting to learn this little lesson. I mean, better late than never. I'm just saying, you know. Okay. And what about exercise? Now, I know I'm not going to get you to exercise, but you say you're going to start walking, so that'll be a good thing. And you're going to start, you're walking now, right?
Yep.
So that's good. And you're doing
I
really
got
well.
back to my exercise.
And you know, that might have something to do with that little weight thing, unless I don't know what you ate this week or last week.
I don't think I had that weekend. I did, but
But you know why? Because sometimes when you exercise, you hold a little water.
okay.
Especially when you very first start, because what you do when you're working out is you're tearing the little muscles or something like that. And what happens is the water goes to those muscles to repair them. Like weightlifters, that's what they're doing. They're actually tearing the muscle to make it bigger. Or not in our case. Do not ever worry about lifting weights and thinking you're going to bulk up. You can't imagine how many people say, oh, I don't want to bulk up. Don't worry.
No, right.
It's hardly,
You'd have to lift those really big.
Right.
You're trying to debulk.
yeah. And you know what's the other thing is you're right. When you're going to do that, let's say you want to be a weightlifter, you know, girl weightlifter, or I don't know what's the proper term. But let's say that's your thing, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But then you're on a really high protein
Right.
diet.
Right.
It's not just lifting
A
heavy
lot of
weights.
calories they're on.
There are a
A
lot.
lot of calories.
Yes, they can.
Yeah, they
Because
can.
why do men lose weight faster than women?
Because life is unfair.
Yes, you're right.
Because life is unfair. That's so true. First of all, men haven't been on a diet every Monday of their life. There's the first thing. And they have more muscle. And muscle burns calories faster. That's the reason why. But, you know, as with all things with men, it's very true.
If I ate what my husband ate, I'd probably weigh about 250 pounds.
Oh, I
He just-
cannot.
I don't know how he could eat these.
I cannot believe what they can eat at my house.
know.
I really can't. My husband can eat a bag of potato chips. You know, he'll buy these muffins that are, what are they at, 500 calories? You know, they're gigantic. And, you know, it's fine with you. Don't let a bad week turn into a bad month. And I notice that's very true. When somebody isn't with me and I don't see them for a while, then they come back. They've always gained.
Oh, yeah.
They've always gained weight. So, you know, so let's just go over a quick little list here of stuff. Keep a food journal. If you just keep it for 5 days, just 5 days, you will see a difference. And a food journal doesn't necessarily have to be just about food. It can be about everything. You know, because why were you in a bad mood that day? What happened that day? How can you avoid that behavior? How can I avoid being that way? The only way you know is by writing it down. It's the only way. Drink your water, eat more greens. Oh, really? I love how they say eat more greens, like as if we don't know that already. How many diets have we been on? Diets. I saw the cutest little cartoon, and it had one snowman blow drying another snowman. And it said that they were going to lose weight by, and I thought, there are people I know who think that it's any diet that comes along is pretty much going to be like that. That it's going to be, you're going to do this for 10 weeks and you're going to lose weight and you're never going to gain it back again and everything is going to be great. And it's just not true.
No.
Not yet. Someday there may be something that you can do. You might be able to take a pill. I mean, someday. I don't believe that. I think one of the reasons why is, although the person that invents a pill like that is really going to be making a lot of money, so lots of money. Cook with fat-free broth and, low sodium. You could do that a lot, even with your chicken. I make that basic recipe, but I use pork, but I use chicken broth. And then I put the mustard in at the last minute. I take the pork out and I make that and cook it down. It's very delicious. But I just use chicken broth and try to use whole grains. Good luck in finding that. How about measuring stuff? Wouldn't it be really great if you just weighed and measured your food? You don't know. I mean, after a while, you get to start your eyeballing. You're saying, oh, yeah, that's about. But do you ever notice how first you're having. One of the ladies was saying to me, she'd made a beautiful dinner, and her kids are swimmers, so they really need some serious food, and because they're swimming for hours. And but then she had a cup and a half of some sort of rice. But it also came with the chicken, the vegetables, that's a lot of calories. And what could have been a half a cup of rice. I use rice like it's a condiment. I sprinkle it on like it's salt. Like if I really want to have rice, I'll just sprinkle a little on that chicken or that, I don't think it's a quarter cup. Because it's really, it's not really that good for you. But measuring everything is so smart and so much easier. You have measuring cups. A lot of you even have scales. Not the ones you get on 7 times a day, but if I could only stop people from doing that. But, measure your stuff. But after a while, you get used to it. And you can't eat all the fruit you want. You may think you can eat all the fruit you want, but you really cannot eat all the fruit you want. I mean, it's 100 to 150 calories per fruit. And if you have 8 pieces of fruit,
with the sugar.